on this episode of Carnival Eats.
You might need a fork for that.
I don't want no fork.
It just melts in your mouth.
You make food the way I want to eat it.
It's so good.
All right, easy now. I'm Noah Cappe, and this is Carnival Eats. We're at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Show in Mercedes. The tiny town of Mercedes is only a half hour away from the Mexican border, so you know you're gonna get your Tex-Mex favorites alongside some classic American munchies. Now, every year, over 150,000 people come to this small town for pig races, tractor pulls, and horse shows. But you know me, I'm here for the food.
Lenny has been working in the concession industry for over 40 years. His masterpiece are fries that are cut like a potato chip, cooked like a French fry, eaten like a nacho, and that taste like potato skins. These are Outlaw Fries.
It's awesome.
So have you had these before?
I have a weakness for fries.
Yeah, look at this.
It's amazing. This is perfect.
I accept these Outlaw Fries.
Accept these Outlaw Fries
as my tasty treat for life. So before we make the chip, I understand a key component is the queso.
Yes.
Queso is a spicy cheese sauce popular in the southwestern United States.
We use a condensed cheese. We thin this out a little bit because the cheese is condensed, so there's a little bit of water in there already. We're gonna add the diced chilies and the tomatoes. And the last ingredient is we use some jalapeno pepper juice, and that's what gives it that little bit of kick.
I see that.
We don't normally drink it like that, but...
Right, thanks for stopping me.
I'm gonna keep mixing this up, and then it'll be ready to go into the warmer. Next step is we start with Idaho russet potato. They have the right amount of solids, and it just makes a very good fry. Potatoes go in here. You keep your fingers out. The cutter does not know the difference between those potatoes and your fingers. Hit the button. I've never seen better.
I mean, I didn't want to brag, but look at that.
The key to crispy fries is to wash off the excess starch. Next, Lenny deep fries the chips 3 times at different temperatures to give them their distinct texture and taste.
Now comes the stage where we start to build these. Now, this is that queso that we made a little bit earlier, and while we were frying up these, I want to say chips, we've had that queso sitting, heating up, right? So now it's nice and hot. You can see it. It's just this.
Ready to go.
Oh, my goodness. And we're going real bacon?
Real bacon here.
Sour cream.
Fresh green onions.
Those, ladies and gentlemen, are Outlaw Fries. See you on the other side. It's exactly how I wanted it to taste in my mind. It is cooked perfectly. You bite in, you get that nice, salty, good crunch on the outside into that warm, fluffy potato. But the queso is the key. Move over, nachos. There's a new bad boy in town. Oh, nice opening bite.
It's super good.
Right? Bam! Oh!
That's good, man.
Oh, oh, that counts as 1 bite.
Creamy hot cheese, crunchy potato chips, great.
These are Cover Girl Crude Fries.
Pickled Pete's has been a Carnival staple for 20 years. And with lots of delicious dishes on their menu, their newest ooey-gooey offering is the deep-fried Philly cheesesteak.
Do you like cheese?
Yes.
Do you like steak?
Yes.
Are you from Philly?
No.
2 out of 3. You got a spoon. What's your thought with this?
So nice little chunks of flavor. Daddy like.
This guy right here is taking a sandwich that this country was built on, and you're gonna kick it up a notch by deep frying it. What is the first thing we have to do?
First thing we do is get that meat on the flat top here.
What kind of meat are we looking at here?
We're looking at some shaved sirloin here.
Your classic Philly cheesesteak meat.
Putting in a bit of seasoning salt on here. Then we put in a bit of the garlic. We're just about ready to throw in here the rest of the onions and peppers. We're gonna saute them with the meat so they get the same flavor.
The traditional Philly cheesesteak is served on a hoagie, but Steven uses a tortilla and swaps out the cheddar for a milder Monterey Jack to give this sandwich a southwestern twist.
How do we seal this bad boy?
Get a good solid wrap on there.
Nice.
There we go.
So we're going burrito style here.
We're going burrito style. That's our bread, if you will. From there, we go into the freezer, freeze it up.
Once the burrito is fully frozen, it goes into the deep fryer at 375 for 6 minutes.
That was worth the wait. Look at this cheese pouring out on the sides. Come on, you got yourself a Philly cheesesteak. Nailed it, man. You've got all the elements, all the things you want in that classic Philly cheesesteak. You've got that goopy, gooey, oozing cheese. Every piece you pull away just makes you want to eat it. And I will. Oh! Every now and then, I like to show off a bite. I mean, just soak it in.
This is so good.
Right?
Steak is awesome.
Beef, cheese, bell pepper. I'm in heaven.
You've got great taste, and I've got a mouth that works.
Maribel, this is her 14th rodeo, and over the next 8 days, she'll sell over 1,000 tacos. But her best seller is this Mexican mammoth, the Suicide Taco.
It's like you've brought your own bib in anticipation of how messy this is gonna be. 2, 3 plates to hold this one taco. I can hold it for you. I mean, my arms are quite thin. I don't know if I can support the weight. That is the Suicide Taco. It's a part of this event.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
people come here just to have this taco.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Okay, first we're gonna get the tortilla, so we're gonna put it on the grill.
Holy moly. I mean, that is giant tortilla. How do you make a homemade tortilla?
With flour, shortening, and water and salt.
3 types of meat.
Correct.
What are we looking at?
This is tripas.
Tripas are beef intestines, and in Mexico, they're traditionally served in tacos. Maribel boils, then fries them to get a crispy texture. She seasons them with lemon pepper and adds them to the taco along with grilled beef and pork sausage. Then we pile on the toppings.
Homemade pinto beans.
Lettuce and tomato grown in your father's garden. Would you go onions on yours?
Yes.
Well, then I'm going onions on mine.
We're gonna put some avocado.
Look at how creamy and smooth that is.
We have 2 homemade sauces. It's spicy.
Holy jeez.
And now we're gonna close it. You might need a fork for that.
I don't want a fork. Oh, one bite in, I got everything. Delicious, local, homegrown, real ingredients, and you can taste it. The steak is delicious. The German sausage is fantastic. The tripa, I can taste it.
Crispy.
It stands out on its own. Then you get that creaminess of that avocado. It's Texas meets Mexico meets delicious. This is a 2-person job. Oh, Ricardo. This is ridiculous. I feel like I'm 17 feet away from your face. Look at that technique.
You get the texture of the fried tripa on there?
Right.
Amazing.
The good news is you've got 423 bites left.
This has been a real slice of Texas. Now, let's head back in time to ye old Georgia.
Today, we're at the Georgia Renaissance Festival. The festival is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year, and over the next 18 days, crowds will come in costume to celebrate the 16th century atmosphere. These turkey legs are practically prehistoric, but there's more modern munchies on offer, too.
Our first vendors, Rhonda and Randy, travel across the country to Renaissance fairs, dishing out treats as sweet as they are. And their deep-fried PB&J brownie will go down in history as one of the most indulgent Carnival Eats ever.
I mean, that's the size of your head. You don't want to just cut me off a little piece. Just a little something for the big guy. You have created a dessert that I am so excited for. So we're gonna make some hot, fresh brownies.
Rhonda's already melted baker's chocolate and mixed it with salted butter.
You're basically taking everything that's amazing and finding a way to make it better.
Absolutely.
Well done.
So we turn the mixer on, then we're going to add our white granulated sugar. Then it's our lightly packed brown sugar.
We've got 5 cracked eggs.
Yep. So now we're going to add vanilla. So we're all mixed. So now we're going to switch the whisk to the paddle.
Flour.
Cocoa. Salt. So that's going to come up.
The new ingredients have helped.
So we're going to fold in chocolate chips.
I mean, I'd eat this right now. If you want to throw this in a Dixie cup, I'm happy. So I'm just gonna pour this out into our pan here. What do you think?
Looks good. It's going to go in the oven for 16 minutes at 350 degrees.
Once the brownies are baked, Rhonda stacks them to make a double layer that becomes the base for our PB&J sandwich.
Next step.
Next step is we take our peanut butter and our strawberry jelly. And we're going to, just like that.
You make food the way I want to eat it.
Well, we make it like we'd eat it.
Should I start peanut buttering while you're
Absolutely.
jamming?
The peanut butter and jelly hold the brownie sandwich together. It has to freeze overnight, but Rhonda has one all ready to go.
So you just take it, you're gonna make sure that it is completely coated.
Rhonda uses homemade cake batter with cinnamon to give a little zing.
I am so excited right now. Can we get that in the fryer?
Absolutely. So it's gonna go in.
All right.
That's gonna be in there for about 8 minutes.
8 minutes?
8 minutes.
Oh, that is a beast.
We put powdered sugar on it and then drizzle it with the jelly and peanut butter.
And just like that, you got yourself a deep-fried peanut butter and jelly brownie sandwich. I mean, come on. Look at this thing. Chock full of ooey gooey melty chocolate. You've got this beautiful homemade batter that you can taste on the outside. Jem, you get huge brownie points for this one.
Yes.
See what I did there? Are you putting up a face shield right now?
That is the best brownie I've ever ate.
Oh my God. That is amazing.
This was the top of the chart. Where are we sitting?
Way above.
Welcome to the Georgia Renaissance Festival, home to wenches, knights, and some of the best carnival eats in the 21st century. Hey!
Next up, Sir Munch-A-Lot, AKA Randy, is serving up his FGT BLT.
Fried green tomato BLT.
Stop showing it to me, show it to them. I mean, soak it in. Do you get a lot of fried food in the underworld?
No. Usually raw.
Right, right. So this will be a nice treat for you. I would imagine the key to the fried green tomato BLT would be starting with these bad boys right here. What do we go with first?
Take them, put them into our slicer, and when you get down to the last one, hopefully your fingers aren't sticking in there.
That thing's terrifying. Now, is that the thickness you want?
Yes.
That's a good thick cut tomato.
Next, the tomatoes are put through a salt and pepper egg wash, then breaded with a mixture of cornmeal, corn flour, garlic, Italian breadcrumbs, and a selection of secret spices.
And look at that once it's done. Look how perfectly coated that is, both sides, even the edges, Sir Munch-A-Lot.
Now we take them to the fryer.
And what temperature are we sitting at?
About 360.
I mean, those look perfect.
From here, we get our bread out, get it on the grill.
Texas toast to boot. Now, you've already kind of pre-cooked this bacon. We're melting cheese on this
Yes. Double cheese, double bacon. Here we get our tomatoes to go on. They go right on there.
thing? This is quickly turning into a big boy sandwich. Gonna lay in some lettuce.
This is our own sauce, our awesome sauce.
Randy's awesome sauce is a secret blend that includes hot sauce, honey, and paprika.
Triangles, just like my mom. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah. It's juicy, it's crunchy. The fried green tomatoes are the star of this. And that is tough to say when you've got crispy bacon on a sandwich. This thing is redonkulous. I mean, you got, okay, all right, easy now. We got a taste for meat.
The awesome sauce is still knocking. It's got this rich, sort of resonant feeling without any high or low notes.
Who is this guy? You like the spices?
Yeah, it's very pleasing to my palate.
Would you guys bring this on a picnic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Along with a couple of hobbits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rhonda set the bar high with her brownie, but she's gonna try and top that with the Ice Dream sandwich.
You haven't even had a bite yet.
Nate.
I caught you just in time.
Here, come get this. I'm gonna get this all over my glasses.
What eating technique are you planning on using?
This is gonna be a problem.
You guys are making a name for yourself by not only making delicious treats, but homemade delicious treats. And for this next one, we're starting with homemade cookies.
We are.
Rhonda makes traditional chocolate chip cookies and pairs them with a high-quality vanilla ice cream. After the sandwiches are assembled, they have to freeze overnight.
So from here, where are we going?
We're gonna dip it in cake batter.
So let's do this. I'm gonna slide these to the side and we're gonna make some homemade batter.
Our flour, sugar, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and our cinnamon.
Cinnamon has been activated.
So then we'll add our milk and our eggs and our vanilla.
So we want to mix this up until it kind of has
A nice, smooth consistency.
We're looking good.
Yep.
Your technique, show me the way. In that delicious batter, into the flakes directly. Why flakes?
Because when they're fried, they give you a nice, sweet crispiness. Just a nice crunch. And then into the fryer. Yep.
So we're sitting at about 375.
Yep.
And how long do we have to wait on this one?
Just a couple of minutes.
Boom! Oh.
Top it with whipped cream and a maraschino cherry.
And yeah. Oh, it breaks away easily. Stop everything. That is the best ice cream sandwich I've ever had. Warm and cold, ooey but gooey. This thing is dangerous. Oh, he was gonna use the fork. Changed his mind.
That is so good.
Right?
Oh, gracious God, pizza D.
Wow, I don't know what that means. I think it's good. She's not saying peace. She's saying there's 2 cookies.
Thank you.
I know how to read full mouth.
There's nothing better than fried ice cream in this kingdom.
Right.
The king even says it's delicious.
Our next vendor, Katie, is queen of food and beverages at the fair, and she's serving up King's Court conch fritters.
Have you ever had conch before?
In the Bahamas.
Fancy.
They smell so good. Oh my gosh.
This is the food of the fair.
Are you talking from experience?
I'm talking from experience. I know good conch fritters.
So the conch fritters have been on the menu for a few years.
This is our second year offering the conch fritters here, and they were very popular last year. I'm going to teach you how to make our remoulade sauce.
So you're saying it's time to get saucy?
Remoulade is a French mayonnaise-based sauce, often used with seafood. And Katie makes hers with brown mustard, relish, malt vinegar, and hot sauce.
And then we have a blend of spices here. We've got a little bit of sweetness, a little sugar in there, a little hot.
I love how you waited to say the hot part till after I took a sample.
So we just whisk that all together.
So the conch fritter, I've had a lot of seafood. I've never had conch.
It's meatier than a mussel or a clam. It's got a little sweetness to it. It's perfect for making fritters. Okay, let's mix.
The fritter batter is made of a flour and cornstarch mix combined with an egg white and milk mixture. Katie adds green, yellow, and red peppers, red onion, and the diced conch. Conch can be found at your local fishmonger or purchased online.
You can aggressively mix that up here. We're not worried about breaking it apart.
No. So then we add our spices. We just have some cilantro and salt and pepper and garlic to give it some good flavor.
Hit the fryer. Watch this.
We're about 375. It's a meatier seafood. It needs a little bit hotter oil. So once they have fried and are floating,
snowballs of deliciousness.
We put 3 on a stick. It's a lot easier for walking through the fair and eating. We take a little bit of our sauce here.
Wow, look at these things. Conch fritters, hot, fresh, right out of the fryer. And the conch meat really does kind of have a taste all its own. The
Very
sauce,
unique item.
that kick from the spices that we added in, that sauce really just helps kind of lubricate each bite. I like how you went in with a grown-up bite.
That is so savory. That sauce is amazing on there. It's just the icing on the cake, if you will.
That's good.
You didn't even need time to think about it.
Spectacular.
Final answer, are you planning your next conch trip to the Bahamas or back to the Renaissance Fair?
I like the Renaissance Fair.
We've got a winner.
From deep-fried brownies to conch fritters, Outlaw Fries to Suicide Tacos.
I've had my fill of Midway munchies. For today. We'll see you next time on Carnival Eats!